welcome back to Crazy Little Book Page, where I talk about books and the pages in them. I finished 2 books today. I finished the second book in the Black Witch Chronicles. I finished The Iron Flower by Lori Frost, which is the second in the Black Witch Chronicles. I did enjoy it a tad bit more than the Black Witch Chronicles. We get a little bit more into the story and about her fighting the wars between the races and her trying to protect the different races, and I really enjoyed that, and her swoon-worthy romance between her and Yvan. And the second book I finished today was On the Come Up. So I rated Iron Flower 4 stars out of 5, and I rated On the Come Up 5 stars out of 5. So On the Come Up follows Bree, who is wanting to get on her way to being a hip-hop star, and how she deals with different racial issues in her life and the microaggressions at her school, of people who don't understand her, just normal things that a Black or Latinx person deals with in their daily lives. This is an Own Voices book by Angie Thomas. Her first book, The Hate You Give, is still at the top of the New York Times bestseller list for YA fiction, and I have no doubt that this is going to be on the top of the New York Times bestseller list for YA fiction as well, because oh my god, this book was so good. The feels were so good in this book. It was just an all-around great book, and if I do say so myself, it was much better than The Hate You Give. But please understand, they are 2 very different books. They are 2 very different characters, and while Star is a likable character, Bree is written to be an unlikable character. She is sassy. She is sometimes a brat. She gets herself into a lot of trouble, but in the end you end up relating to Bree's teenage dysfunction, and I did truly enjoy this book. So that's all I have for you right now. I'll see you in the next clips. So I'm a shit, and I totally forgot that I had not been updating you guys at all this week, so I do apologize that you're only gonna get another 2 or 3 clips. So finish Magic and Murder by Annabelle Chase. It's book 1 in a Starry Hollow Witches cozy mystery series. Super cute book. I rated it 5 stars. It follows Ember, who at first does not know that she has magical powers, which we find out very soon into the book that she does. She and her daughter Marley moved to a town that is magical, and it's protected from the outside world by a binding spell, and only magical people can get through or know where it is. And so her and her daughter Marley moved to this town, and the day that she gets there, the day after she gets there, she finds a girl dead, and at first she is the primary suspect, and she has to solve it to save her name and save face. I'm on the second book in the series now. I'm enjoying it. I will be going on with the series because it's written very well. And I also finished A Shadow, Bright and Burning, which is a Victorian era magical book set in London, which when I heard that, I was all for it. I was like, yes, please, magical London, give me all of the magical London feels. So I was so stoked about a magical London book, and this is what that cover looks like. It was just a really great book. I listened to it on audiobook, and it was amazing. So this book follows Henrietta, who is taken to London to go to this school to develop her skills, and she has a best friend called Rook, who at the time we don't know has magical abilities, and then they find out, and it really can affect him negatively, and he would be in trouble because he is he's like a poor person, so they don't normally allow poor people to have magical abilities, and they're usually killed if they do. So they have to hide this secret from people, and then we go and find out other things about people in the book, and it follows the journey of Henrietta and how she develops her relationship with Rook, and how she develops her relationship with the other people in this book. And I truly enjoyed it. Gave it 5 stars. The audiobook narration was aces. So with that, I'm going to let you go for now, and I will see you in the next clip. Hopefully I have another book to finish off with, and I do apologize, there's only like 3 clips in this because I totally forgot to film all this past week because it's been so busy, full of doctor's appointments, and my son had a homeschool association field trip yesterday, so there's that. I do apologize. So this is my last video clip for this week. It is Monday, and I do apologize that it's getting up later than usual. There was a busy weekend, so this will be my last clip, and then I'll start a new vlog today, and I'll remember to vlog more and update more. I do apologize about only having 3 clips this week. I did finish Saga Volume 1 yesterday. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. It follows Ava and Marco, and it's narrated by their daughter Hazel. They are 2 interspecies, so they're separate species, and their planets are at war with each other, and Ava runs away with Marco as she was a guard in the jail, and he is a prisoner, and you find that out as the book progresses. And so I really want to read the rest of them now because it was a super good book. I did really enjoy that. 5 out of 5 stars. Mask of Shadows. This is the second book that I finished. So I finished 4 books this week, I believe. 4. I finished the first book in the Magic and Mystery, Cozy Mysteries series. I finished Mask of Shadows. I finished Shadow Bright and Burning. I finished Saga Volume 1. And I said Mask of Shadows. So I finished 4 this week, I believe. Which is pretty good for me. I'm happy with that number. I finished 8 books so far this month. I finished all of those in this week, which really makes me happy. I'm about 30% of the way through the escape room. It's starting to pick up more now, which makes me very happy because the first part of it is really slow and I was getting very frustrated with it. So now it's more interesting. And with that, I will see you next video. Happy reading. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to know updates from me, please click the bell button to get notified every time I put up a video. See you next week. Bye!